If your business isn't making any money, here's why. Hi, I'm Darren Smith, founder of Craftsman Creative. I'm an independent film producer, and I help other independent creators figure out their businesses. So in this video, we're going to talk about why your business isn't making money. If you're not making money, it's generally not a product problem. It's an awareness problem. You need more awareness and more interest and more demand in your business than you have capacity for. Here's what I mean. Creators usually think that they need to create more art or work longer hours or hustle more, but that's not the problem. It's not a creative problem or a product problem. It's an economic problem. The problem is you currently have more supply, your time or number of your product or service that you can sell, than you have demand for that product or service. So you need to invert the economics to where there is more demand than supply. Every person or business that you serve takes the same steps to become a customer of yours. First, they start with awareness. They need to know that you even exist. From there, they become a prospect. They signal their interest. They click on a link or they watch another video of yours. They get off the platform and go visit your blog or your podcast or your website. That's a signal of interest. At some point, if they want to continue the journey, they become a lead. They give you an email address or a phone number or a way to contact them, along with permission to do so. So now you have the ability to follow up and engage with them for longer and build a relationship of trust. At some point later on, they become a customer. It might be instantaneously. If there's enough demand for them to click on a link and buy a product, that's pretty great. But other products and services may take more time. So you engage people for longer so that they have the opportunity to at some point become a customer. And that's someone who purchases once. If they purchase again from you, that's a client. And all of a sudden, you've got a business that's thriving. So our goal is to create clients. The reason you don't have clients is because you're not focused early enough on with awareness and prospects and leads and engagement so that they can become customers and clients on a consistent daily basis. So that's where we need to start. Let me tell you a quick story. For years, I ran a video production company. Our story may feel familiar to you. We struggled, okay? The best year we ever had was $168,000 in revenue, and that's for 2 full-time owners of the business. Much of that revenue went to contractors that we hired to produce videos for us. So we never understood this economic principle, and we never paid ourselves more than about $45,000 a year. I ran that business for 9 years, so struggled, right? Fast forward to a few years ago. I left the business in 2017. I went out on my own as an independent producer. I knew that I needed clients, so I started knocking on doors, and I found my first client, a long-term senior producing gig on a TV show. Now, my capacity dramatically changed. I went from unemployed, so having infinite capacity, to having almost zero capacity because this one client took up 50 hours a week of my time. So that didn't leave a lot of extra time for other people, other clients. Now, that's really great because as soon as I had one other client that said they wanted to hire me for something, I was oversubscribed. I could not take on another client unless it would fit nicely into a 3-day weekend or spread across a number of weekends, or maybe, an hour a day in the evening. So my capacity changed, and I flipped the economics from having zero demand and so much supply, and having so much demand and very little extra supply. So I was able to continue to reach out to people and build my network and tell people that I am producing as an independent producer, but I was able to charge a premium because I was in demand. As soon as they said, yeah, I'm interested, how soon are you available? I'd say, look, I have to get through this season of television, so let's start up in 4, 5, 6 weeks. They go, oh my gosh, Darren is in demand. That's awesome. I want to work with him. So what happened because of that flip of the balance of supply and demand is my personal income doubled every year for 3 years in a row. Again, because I finally understood and implemented this principle. So the first thing you need to do is to understand your current capacity. How many projects can you do in a year? For example, can you do 1 a month, 4 a month, 10 a month, 100 a month? How many things can you sell? Is it infinite? Because it's really hard to have more than infinite demand for something that is infinite supply, like streaming music, digital products that can be purchased by anyone, anywhere, infinitely. So question number 2 is, if you were at 100% capacity, say you could do 10 projects a year and you filled every single one of those. So if you were to do that, would your business be profitable? Would you have money left over at the end of the year, or would you be at break even? Because if you have 100% capacity and you're not profitable, you don't have a profitable business. And that's really hard because most people don't have 100% of their capacity filled. Otherwise, every single business would be profitable. So you need to figure out how to raise your prices so that if you do hit 100% capacity, you're extremely profitable and you can continue to grow, whether that means expanding the team or being able to charge more, whatever it means for you. Then, after you understand your capacity, you need to go and get more customers and clients than you have capacity for, okay? You need to manually flip the balance between supply and demand. So if you currently have more supply and demand, the only thing you should be focusing on in order to become more profitable and make money is flipping that balance, okay? You have to shift it, and it's going to be a manual Herculean effort up front. But that's what you have to do. Doing so will not only get you more customers and clients, it will make you more profitable. So when I tell people this, when I talk to other filmmakers, other production company owners, other creative entrepreneurs, they come back and say, well, what about my current client workload? I don't have time for this. Look, if you want to continue with the type of business that you have, one that isn't making money, then sure, keep saying you don't have time for this. None of us have time for anything unless we decide we have time for it. So you need to make a decision to make time for this process. Now, yes, you can hire someone to do it. You can outsource it, have a partner do it, whatever it takes, but someone's got to own this. It doesn't matter how you do it. What matters is that it gets done. And you know, because as soon as you flip, you just know that there's more demand than supply because you're telling people, oh, I can't sell you that right now. I have to start in a month or a week or whatever it might be. Once you do it manually for a little bit, and this is the great part, you figure it out and you figure out what works. And then you can build a system that generates the same outcome for you. And then you can hand off that system and let someone else run it. But initially, especially if you're an independent contractor, an independent creator, you're a company of one, guess what? You're also the marketing department and the sales department and the operations department. You get to do it all. So it's your responsibility to get that balance flipped the right way. The other concern I often hear is that, well, I don't know how to do this. Well, okay, correction, you don't know how yet. You can always learn new skills and how to do new things. If you need help, then what you need to do is find someone who's already done it and ask them what they did and then do what they did, okay? It's called calling the destination and asking for directions. So if you're not making money in your business, you need to focus more of your time and energy on getting your business oversubscribed, where there's more demand than there is supply. Doing so will help you become more profitable and unlock all of the growth in your business. So if you want to learn more on how to do this, I hope that you will join me in January 2024 for my 3-day business growth event. Follow the link in the description to learn more and grab your tickets. See you there.